Hi, it's Denise again, viewers, and I'm here with Victoria Jennings. And Victoria, I'm curious to know, I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who are perhaps thinking, wow, this sounds a pretty exciting new concept. And what would it take? What kind of people would be interested in this? And then how could they use it in their business? I'm thinking of like coaches, consultants, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
How would it benefit them?
Coaches can use this, they learn how to do what we call a debrief. We teach them how to do a debrief with their clients. So it's a great way to open the coaching conversation.
And what is a debrief?
It goes through the individual's profile and really unpacks what it means for the individual.
Okay, so the individual has done the test.
Yes.
And then the
coach sits down one-on-one with them
mm-hmm.
and goes through what that means for that individual.
Okay.
And that can set up a whole, the whole coaching program, whether it be 3 months, 6 months or 12 months. That's a great way to start and keep coming back, because it's really like our compass. We can keep checking in to make sure if we're still happy and we're still treating our job like we're loving it. Well, we're on track.
You can actually, I know for me, I can actually tell by my energy levels and whether I've even got a smile on my face or not, as to whether I'm actually still being me.
Exactly.
Call it. Yeah.
So it's really great for the coaches that way. For consultants, it's really fantastic to run workshops. We teach them how to run workshops in organisations and implement these strategies. So it gives the coaches and consultants and trainers, because trainers do this too, it gives them a unique selling proposition. So it might be that they're working with clients already. They've got a great group of clients. It doesn't matter what coaching modality you might use. It doesn't matter what training you're giving. It doesn't matter what you're consulting in, because you can use this framework across everything.
Isn't it?
It's the basis.
Foundation.
Yeah. It's a great foundation, and it's so unique.
Well, tell us more about that, because I'm sure, like myself, before I actually had my profile done, there are a number of them out there. My own personal experience was that this is very real for me, and it's something very practical that I use every day. How would you say this is different in the marketplace? And
It's so different because most profiling tools stop at the profile and they give insight, which is
personality
great.
too, isn't it?
It's personality, and they give insight to what makes up that person, which is awesome. I mean, it's great to have a better understanding of ourselves. But this one, I find, it takes it even further, because the profile is the beginning of the journey. But there are so many more layers to all of this. This is based on a philosophy of life that's 5,000 years old from China, called the I Ching. So it's got a lot of depth to it. It's all about seasons and cycles and elements, and your business is in a season. Your business is going to, we know that if you're in spring, you've got to go to summer, you've got to go to autumn, winter. But by knowing where you are, you know what's coming up, and you know how to plan for that.
It's again, isn't it?
It's back to your compass again, exactly. So it doesn't just tell you your profile, it tells you how you work with other people and other profiles. It teaches you how to move accountabilities around your team. It teaches you how to run projects. Everything is project-based, and everything's organic in a business. And we've been trying to go forward with the paradigm of Taylorism, which is based on the factory model, which is no longer relevant. So now we're talking about having organic food and organic this and organic. Well, businesses are a living organism.
So give us an example of a living organism business and what that's meant, because I understand that even there's a different style of leadership that is required at different seasons of a business.
Correct.
So, and everyone, all of the different profiles have a different style of leadership.
Yeah, well, they do, and it comes down to the energy level. So there's 4 major energies that we utilise in talent dynamics. So the energies are dynamo, blaze, tempo, and steel. And then the 8 profiles come out of that. But if I can talk about the energies for a moment, that will describe it better.
That would be great.
So in dynamo energy, the business is at the start. It's the beginning. So it's someone's come up with an idea for a business, and they then go and do what we call as a proven concept. So they've been able to sell it once at least. So we know we've got a business. So then what do we do next? So then we go from spring, which is the beginning of everything, getting everything started, which requires task-based leadership. Right? We've got to have tasks because we've got lots of tasks to get completed. And then we move around to summer. And in summer, we're talking about blaze energy then. And we are then going to get our idea out to market. It's all about the people now and marketing and communication. So we've got this wonderful thing, this wonderful product or service. Now, how are we going to get it out there? All right. So that's what summertime is all about, getting it out there, getting in the sunshine, basically, and telling everyone about it.
I like the sunshine.
And then we move around down to tempo because now we've got our operational team at that point as well. So we've got our team in place. We move around to tempo, and now it's autumn, and it's time to reap some rewards. We've had some sales, we've done the marketing, we've made some money. Awesome. Now it's time to reap those rewards. So autumn is about harvest time. Okay, so that's been wonderful. Then we go into winter, all right, and in winter we reflect on what we've done. So we look at what we've done, we make sure we've got systems and processes in place to improve what we've done, and then we go back to springtime again.
Right.
And it's really, really handy to know where your competitors are too in the cycle.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and I run a few businesses, so each one of my businesses is in a different season. And I have to treat each of them differently, and they need different things at different times. And I should have said too that Blaze Energy is people-based leadership, Tempo Energy is activity-based leadership, and Steel Energy needs data-based leadership. So when you know all this, you just put all the pieces to the puzzle together. It just makes business so easy. And this is not taught anywhere except in our institute, of course, because we now teach it in our business qualifications. But it hasn't been taught.
Yes.
And
it's so fundamental.
So
it's human. It's human.
It is humanistic.
Yes.
Which is my favourite way of teaching.
Yeah.
So it all makes sense, right?
So how would that translate? Say, let me give you an example. A consultant out there or a coach, and they're working with people maybe at an individual level or a small business and coaching people and maybe doing the debriefs. Or they could maybe become a workshop facilitator.
Yes.
What kind of training would they need and what is available to them so that they can have it as part of their whole package, if you like, that they can offer to add even more value to their clients?
For coaches, we have a 2-day workshop that they can undertake so that they can learn how to use the tool at an individual one-on-one level.
That's doing the debriefs.
Yeah. And then they can do an extra 3 days if they wish to. They don't have to. They might want to just stop at that. But they can come and do another 3 days, and then we teach them how to run workshops. And we teach them about value and leverage and the seasons and all the things I just talked about, because it's not taught anywhere else. So not only are they helping their clients, they're going to help their own business as well by understanding all of this.
Absolutely.
So there's a two-edged sword to this.
Well, that's what you found personally, wasn't
absolutely,
it? Yeah.
Absolutely. And when you come and do if you do the 5 days with us all together, so the 2-day then the 3-day, you also get me to coach you in your business for 12 months.
Wow.
That's really, really valuable. And I take you through a phenomenal process, which is actually the next step. So you're getting it early.
Well, you may as well do it the right way up front. You may as well do it. Yeah.
And then the next step is to really look at the organisation and look at the plans they come up with from the 1-day workshop. We then run a 3-day workshop with organisations. So we teach consultants how to run the 3-day workshop then with senior managers, which is a really phenomenal program, which is what I coach people.
So you run a number of different trainings so that the consultants or the coaches can run these workshops, and they're already tried and proven.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you can integrate, whatever you currently are doing in your business as a consultant or a trainer or as a coach, you can integrate what you're already doing with this framework. You can overlay and integrate.
Well, the great news is Vicky has just given me the dates that you're actually running these trainings. So the first week of September, that's 2014. So it's only less than a couple of months, probably about 6 weeks away or whatever.
Yep.
And so you're going to be doing the 2-day and the 3-day training, which is available for people. They can either do one or both. And if they do that second one, they get that 1 year coaching with you,
me.
that webinar coaching. But you've also added in a bonus as well.
I have. We've actually developed some really great workshops.
So don't reinvent the wheel, all right? Just hold your horses.
So we found that, when you're working with the clients and you've done the 1-day workshop, they sometimes need extra help. So we don't have time to teach them how to do everything in 1 day, of course.
Sure.
So it's really great.
This is the client,
this is the
organisation.
client I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So it's really great if we can go back and maybe do something with team accountabilities. I talked about, how we move them around. I told you, you've mentioned our team meeting rooms got all the graphs on the wall. We teach them how to do that.
Right.
Step by step. So we've created a workshop, a 1-day workshop that will do that.
So that's like a business in a box that is available.
Workshop in a box, yeah.
Workshop in a box.
Yeah.
Just seeing if you're awake there,
That's
Vicky.
fine. Yeah.
Workshop in a box
Yeah.
that is available. They're $9.97, aren't they?
$997, which is great value because you'll receive the learner guide, the facilitator's guide, the PowerPoint presentation, even advertorials for it. The whole lot, everything you need to run it, lock, stock and barrel, and you can run it as many times as you like. So you only pay that price once.
Right, and you mentioned that you've got 25 all told, 3 available at the moment and 22 still to come.
Yes.
So you've got team accountabilities,
Project management, and recruitment selection.
Recruitment selection,
Yep.
Pretty handy, all
Very
3.
handy ones, yeah.
So there, so with the trainings, just so we've got an idea, the 2-dayer is $19.97.
Correct.
And the 3-day one is $3,997.
Correct.
And I think you're throwing in a little special, aren't you?
Yes, anyone that enrolls in the 5 days, the 2 programs, will receive their choice of those 3 workshops we talked about.
So whichever they want.
Whichever they want, recruitment, the project management, or the team accountabilities, which is worth $997, will be thrown in the package.
Wow. And on top of that, they already get the
and they
1
get
year
the
with you,
manual,
the
and they get
webinar.
all the processes they need to run the workshops, etc. Anyway.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
That
it's
sounds
great.
like a pretty good deal, and certainly something that would be very easy for them to take out into the marketplace and get a great return on investment.
Absolutely.
So we might, we will have further information available on that. But for now, Vicky, thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate it, and I hope that's given you a bit of a clearer understanding of what's happening in the world of talent dynamics.
Thanks
Thank
very much,
you.
Denise.